6. Stephen Maguire 6.
Now does the red pass the pink? Yeah, go in there. Okay, the pink's blocking a little bit of the pocket. Should be able to squeeze it in. But mind you, the way things are going, it's not guaranteed. Just talking about Patsy Fagan, who comes here, he's doing a bit of coaching, Ken. He's got his own website and that, and it's nice to see him back involved in the game because he was a great player with Patsy. Won the UK Championship.
He did back in 1977, was it?
That was it, the first one.
Yes, he's coaching a few players, and particularly Alfie Borden, who won the World Amateur Championships back in December. He'll be back on the pro circuit next year.
Yeah, Alfie was here last night, came to watch Jimmy play. And I used to go and practice with Alfie. Great player. Hope he does well. Nice to see him back on the circuit.
Wow.
Oh, that's very unlucky. That is very unlucky.
Marking 1.
Great pot on the blue.
Stephen Maguire 5.
Have a look at this. So unfortunate. And just look where the red has gone, over the bottom left-hand corner pocket.
Yeah, if he can stop the white or just screw it back a little bit, he's perfectly on the black, and he's got a terrific chance. A terrific chance to win the match if he gets this first part of the shot correct. They're there now.
1.
Talking about Mark King having made 6 appearances here, so has Stephen Maguire. 2 semi-finals, 77 or 2007, 2008.
No.
Wrong side of the blue, but he should be able to get back up for the reds. One of those semi-final spots was last year. He lost 6-1 to Ronnie O'Sullivan.
15.
I think he can avoid cannoning into this red near the cushion. He'd like it into play, but not at this stage. He's got 4 nice, easy reds available to him. Has he gone far enough? Has he found the gap to be able to pot a red and
22.
stay on the black? Absolutely perfect.
23.
What's the score? He may not need that tough red. He won't. He can win the match with the 3 easy reds, and it's a bit unfortunate if Mark King was to go out of this year's Masters with a very unlucky in-off when potting the blue and flicking in off another red. But having said that, Mark knows he's had plenty of chances here this evening.
31.
Yes, they'd be slightly disappointed. Came through a match against Jimmy White last night. Probably would have loved to have had a day off maybe and come back another day to play Stephen Maguire, but did start off this match very, very well. Went into a 2-0 lead. Should have been possibly 3-0. Could have won all 4 frames. Definitely should have been 4-2 up. Lost the frame when Stephen Maguire needed a snooker, and I think that was the turning point in this match.
Yeah, you've hit the nail on the head. That was the big turning point. And say the last couple of frames, Stephen Maguire breaks a 78, 87.
.35 ahead, so just this red
46.
now. Black will put the frame beyond
47.
doubt. Well acknowledged. And that was frame and match ball.
.54. .55.
He's finished strongly though, hasn't he? It has to be said, Stephen Maguire. The last 3 frames have been very good indeed.
.62. .64.
But you would feel he'd have to improve, although he's
67.
looked good on paper. He's had the 121, the 78, the 87, and now this. But there's been a lot of mistakes made by Stephen in this match also. But
71.
he's in the next round, and he can get a bit of practice in now and do a bit of work with Terry Griffiths on
76.
that cue action that hasn't always been smoothly this evening, but hasn't been a classic match. But in the end, he's not going to bother about the black. Mark King will be very disappointed. He had plenty of chances this evening and just couldn't get himself going. And in the end, although it wasn't all that comfortable, you'd have to say Stephen Maguire has done very well, and he's through to the next round. 6-3 to Stephen Maguire.
Well, I could have made 3 centuries and still not played that good. It sounds weird, but you know, I mean, 3 centuries. It's only 3 frames really. We've just played 9 frames there, so it's getting to you know, make consistent breaks rather than three big ones and then 6 rubbish frames, basically.
He's only a great player when you let him play. You know, in the balls he's fantastic, but when things ain't going right, you know, he spits his dummy out. He should wear a bib sometimes, and you know, it's my own fault. You know, I've got a. When it was 2-0 and he missed and he started banging his cue, I was saying to myself, you know, if you can, you know, put some things together and get him, then you know, he'll just be like a big baby.
I'll be first to admit, if I can see that I'm annoying the guy, I'll just annoy him all day long. I mean, we're playing against each other for a lot of cash here, you know, and you don't want to get beat. So if I see that I'm annoying someone, I'll just keep doing it.
2 gentlemen behind me sitting in the audience. Unbelievable, some of the things. I'm the most boring player they've ever seen, and 2 old gentlemen actually, and don't know why they watch, and you know, act quite loud, and yeah, my feelings, to be honest with you, and I let it get to me instead of just blanking it out. It done my head in.
Matt's one of the happiest characters running about the circuit. You know, you hear him before you see him, kind of thing. He's good to be about, but I could see. Obviously, the frame to go 3 each was just an absolute killer. You know, I've been in that situation. It's hard, but I didn't actually know he's. You know, I didn't know the 2 comments. I mean, that can't be nice, but you know, he's a big boy. I'm sure he can. I'm sure it's just a mixture of getting beat and, you know, the comments and stuff. I'm sure he'll come back for that.
And Stephen Maguire will now play either Ryan Day or Joe Perry in the quarter-finals. Now, the draw for this tournament threw up a potential cracker early on between 2 former world champions, Shaun Murphy and Stephen Hendry, and fortunes seesawed in this match. Murphy managed to establish a 5-3 lead and had a chance to win it before he slipped up and Stephen Hendry